Starting every game in his 5-year career, Frank Jaggis became the most prolific scorer in the history of Mustang football. As a punter and kicker for Western from 1990 to 1994, his 392 points is first all-time on the Mustang list and second in the CIS record book. Jaggis' school records are numerous: 70 field goals, 142 converts, 36 singles. Frank also holds the CIS record for most field goals in a game with 6, and was the only player in OUA history to be named an All-Star 5 consecutive years. Known for his clutch field goals in big games, none was bigger than the Vanier Cup in 1994. With seconds remaining and the Mustangs down by 3 points, the Saskatchewan Huskies called a timeout to freeze the Western kicker. The ploy failed, and Frank hit a 42-yarder to send the game into overtime, which the Mustangs won 50-40. That final field goal also set a record for most field goals in a Vanier Cup with 5. Frank Jaggis, a Mustang legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage 2011 Wallet Champion inductee, Mr. Frank Jaggis.
Thank you very much. Humbled and honored to be here tonight. Big thank you to the Champions Club for the induction. Congratulations to Dale, George, Nigel, Bob, and the 1974 team. Special thank you to my buddy Jeff Bishop, who he came on in the early 90s, and we became fast friends because I walked around not doing much in practice, and he didn't know what to do when he first started. We've become very good friends, and Jeff's my conduit to Western Ontario. Whenever he's out in Vancouver, we go for a few years, and we talk and we reminisce, and we talk about what's current and going on with the Mustang. So thanks, Jeff. My buddy, Tommy McConnell. Let's hear it for Tommy tonight. I don't know if our coaches during that time know this about Tommy, but he was supposed to be the holder for the last 3 years for me at Western. But he did something I've never witnessed before on a football field. He broke his leg in pregame with no pads on in the preseason. We were at Lennoxville, Quebec, and I remember standing on the sidelines just watching drills, and Tommy doing the one wide receiver drill where you put your hand out, catch it with one hand, and he stumbles or thinking about the delivery of his next joke and bangs knees with another player, and I'm like, wow, this will be all right. Or I guess if you break the top of your tibia and you're out for the year. So, great job tonight, Tommy. Years go by, and I think the older we get, the more we reflect. And it was, over 20 years ago, my brother dropped me off in residence, and I remember being all anxious and nervous. And that soon went away once he started playing. And every year after the first week of practice that Friday, we'd have a special teams practice. And I knew the importance of special teams at Western. Larry would get the whole team together and say there's 3 phases to the football game. In order to win the game, you have to win 2 out of the 3. There's offense, there's defense, and there's offense. There's a long-standing tradition here at Western that I see that's alive and well to this day with Greg Marshall. It's called going for it on 3rd down. Under 3rd and 5, automatic. 3rd and 10, 5, pretty sure. 3rd and 15, we'll keep that to the side of their end. And 3rd and 20, believe it or not, I'm thinking about it. I was reminded by this particular game. It was 1993 Yates Cup. And it was 4th quarter. We were playing here at J.W. Little. A couple centimeters of snow on the ground. Just a great football day. 4th quarter, we're down by 9 points. No brainer. We got to go for the field goal. It's 3rd down. And I remember looking down the sideline to see Larry. It's like he drank a cup of vinegar. And he just faces like that, and he goes, "Field goal." I remember running out on the field, and 10 yards up, when I hear, "Frank!" I turn around like slow motion. He uttered 2 words to me I've never heard by a fellow teammate or coach. "Don't miss." All joking aside, I feel privileged to have gone here at Western. It shaped me on the football field and off. I guess the journey to win the Vanier Cup, and not just being on the field, but family, friends, how it's affected my life. I know our parents during that time had a big hand in starting the Mustang Moms Club. It was just a bonding experience. I haven't been back here in over 10 years. And just to see the faces, nothing's changed. It's family. And it feels really good. And just to get that call from Jeff, I'll be honest, I was like, oh, great. I was in the car. And then I parked for a bit, and it was like, just really reflective of how lucky I am and how lucky we are, I think, to be a part of Western. I meet a lot of people who played football at different schools, and I live out in Vancouver. And one of the common questions they ask is, what's it like? What's Western like? I go, it's great. It's everything and then some. And I'm thankful for the coaches and everything. I'm really happy. Sorry. My mom's here today, and my brother, and my wife. And we're thinking about my path. But yeah, anyway, on my journey in football, just how it ended, it was so elusive to get that Vanier Cup as a team. And it was, as Greg said earlier, we're a really close team. And in 1990, we lost a heartbreaker in St. Mary's. 91, we lost to Laurie, another heartbreaker. 92, we lost to Guelph. 93, we lost to Toronto. And you never know if you're going to get there, and you want it really bad. And for me, I knew that was my last game, and how we blew a 20-point lead, I'll never know. But just to kind of have your moment, for me, that was my final exam in football, and I knew that day and that night, the following day, that, you know, it's something I cherish and remember forever, and it feels good. It feels great. And I remember after the Vanier, the crowd, all our families and friends were stressed out but happy, and we're hugging, and I remember I had a microphone put in my face, and I go, "Frank, where are you going next?" I go, "I'm going to the Seeps." Fast forward to the next day, we partied in Toronto that night, had a great time with our family and friends. Quiet bus ride, understandably, back the next morning. We get back, I walk in the seats, a few of the friends. Bartender hands me a hat. He goes, "Jags, because of what you said, the whole tab for everyone's covered tonight." I go, "Nice." So important. That next morning, I woke up a little foggy. Honey, you might want to cover your ears for this, but I wasn't alone. She was sleeping on the couch. And I went over there, assessed the damage, the bomb in the room that went off from the night before. I put my arm around her, and I gave her a kiss. And I'll never forget her name. First name Vanier, last name Cup. It's just something I wanted, I know we all wanted so bad. And I wish the best for the current Mustangs right now. It's an unbelievable feeling to win it all, but I think the experience here at Western are just fabulous. I hope with me being here, I'm a resident of Vancouver, and I'm crossing my fingers, maybe I bring a little bit of luck or who knows what, karma, but the Vanier Cup this year is in Vancouver. I'm going to be there with my family.